everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little birthday treat holder. I found these adorable little Kit Kats, birthday cake Kit Kats, at my local CVS, and I also saw them at Walmart, and I thought they would make a great little gift for somebody who's having a birthday, maybe a coworker or a friend. I'm using a cute little stamp set called Hippo Happiness. There are some coordinating dies that go with it. I really like the dies because not only do they have these animal cutouts and all the little pieces, but they've also got these great labels. So this is a die set that will get lots and lots of use. All right, well, let's get started. Let's make the holder first. You're going to need a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. Now, if you hop back over to my blog, you'll find this project on a Facebook Friday post. Under the last photo, you'll find this PDF. It has all the products that I use, as well as the measurements and 2 other projects. So don't feel like you have to write all this down real fast. You can go print off that PDF. All right, you're gonna need your Simply Scored, and of course mine is across the room. This is a piece of Flirty Flamingo that is 9 1/4 by 7 3/4. We're gonna score the long side at 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 6 and 6 1/2. Then turn it to the short side and score it at 3 and 3 1/2. You want to burnish all of your lines really well. Grab your bone folder, if I can find mine, and just run it along all of your score lines so that they are nice and crisp. This will make sure that your box goes together really well. And then once you've done that, we're going to cut these sides at an angle. So you'll want to get your paper trimmer. And we're going to cut the larger rectangles on the top on either side. And you're going to go from this top score line down to this bottom score line. So what I do is I line up that score line with a gutter there. And then I turn my paper and line up this score line in the gutter right here, right? And cut. So that's going to cut that one, and then you flip it over and you're going to do the same thing right on that side. All right. All right, now take your scissors and you're going to cut out this section here and this section here. But we're going to stay on, let's see, I've always got to remind myself, we're going to stay on this side of this score line right here, and we're going to cut all the way up and turn and trim. Okay, and do the same thing over here. Trim. Now for these little guys, we're going to cut in like that. Okay, now we're going to cut these right here. All right, before we assemble it, I want you to turn it over to the front side, and we're going to stamp that cute little balloon all over the front in Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to kind of vary it down like this. Maybe do one more right there, and the same thing over here. All right. And like that. All right, now we can put it together. We're going to put adhesive on the outside of these tabs right here. So let's turn it to the front. That'll make it a little bit easier. And get your Stampin' Seal Plus. This is a great adhesive for 3D projects. Put a little bit there and a little bit there. And I'm going to start by taking those 2 tabs and pushing them into the front tabs like that. And then folding it all the way in and pressing in those sides. Now, one thing I find is that if you'll take your candy and put it in there, that kind of gives you a more solid feel for pushing in those sides, okay? So there we go. Now, before we close it up, I have cut a little piece of Flirty Flamingo Designer Series paper from the Brights DSP pack. And I'm going to put that right there. Now you can choose to adhere these closed, but I kind of like to leave them open. You could punch a circle or something here to write your sentiment. We're going to create actually a belly band with our long blue piece. And you're just going to take that and fold it around, matching those score lines, okay? And then on the back, let's get my adhesive going. We're just going to press that into that like that. So you can slide this off, or you can just keep it on and slide their candy out, okay? All right, now let's make the cute little tag. To stamp these guys, I have found the best way to line them up is to use the Stamparatus. They are 3-step stamping actually, and I just have much better success at lining them up if I use my Stamparatus. So I'm going to take just a piece of Whisper White cardstock, put it in my Stamparatus, and we're going to start with the light. We'll start with the light solid Hippo. And I'm actually going to stamp him off first. I want him to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to put that over my white piece. And I'm going to ink him up in Pacific Point and stamp him once on the scratch paper. Pick it up and stamp him again on the white. That way he's going to be, that solid image is going to be a shade lighter than the next stamp. All right, so now I'm going to take the next stamp and I'm going to line it up. And I can't really get my head in here because of the camera. Let's see if I can get that. My fingers like to stick to the photopolymer. If that happens to you, just take your scissors and bump it around. It looks pretty good. I think we're okay. Let me see. Let me pull it down and look. Yeah, I think so. All right, once you have it where you want it, pick it up, ink it again in Pacific Point. And there you have it. Isn't that adorable? Now you want to get the little face of the hippo. And we're going to line that up. Let me get him right there. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Memento black this time. And there he is. Isn't he adorable? Now, before I start cutting out this image, I'm going to stamp the sentiment and the balloons. Hippo birthday. That's cute, isn't it? And then we'll do 2 flirty flamingo balloons. Okay. Now we can take him off. Put that over out of the way. Bring over our die cut machine, and we're going to get it all lined up on here. Now, I'm using a magnetic platform, and with a magnetic platform, sometimes these dies want to jump around, and the smaller the die, the more they like to jump around. So this little balloon might cause me problems. Let's see. If that happens to you, just move the paper wherever the die wants to go, because you can't fight that pull on that magnet. All right. And run that one. And we will take that. Make sure you put that back so you don't lose it because it's small. And we've got those. Now I have already cut out one of these labels. Pull my dies back over so you can see. This is the second smallest here. And I'm going to layer these up. I'm also going to take this little happy birthday, and I stamped it down at the bottom so I could just trim it off. Whoops, where did it go? There it is. And I'm just going to cut those words apart like that. All right, now I want to stamp. I'm going to put him here, so I'm going to visualize this. I'm going to stamp the balloon strings about right here and one about right there, kind of behind him, okay? All right, so let's put those little balloons on with mini dimensionals, right like that, and this one down here. And then we'll just take a regular dimensional and put our little hippo here. Like that. He's so cute. And I'm going to put those words also with many dimensionals. Hippo birthday. You know, this would make a great little treat at work for somebody, a coworker. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can spend less than $1 and make them this really cute birthday treat. All right, we're almost done. Let's put this onto our belly band. Like that. And then I really thought it needed a bow. And this set is so just whimsical and sweet. And I really like this tulle dotted ribbon. I think it kind of matches that whimsical feel of the stamp set. So I'm going to make a little bow. And we will stick that on with a mini glue dot. And there you have it. All right, you guys, make sure you hop over to my blog, grab that PDF so that you can get the measurements, and I hope you'll make one of these yourself. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.